Hey everybody, Buggy back with another video. So this week I'm taking you along on a hunt around some Omaha parks. So there was a lot of cool stuff to be found, ranging from the 1820s all the way up to the 1950s. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Well, this was super deep and it was a really faint signal, and look at that. I should add, I am back at the 1820s fur trading camp, and that is most definitely a musket ball, but I will certainly take it. So in the pouch that'll go. Let's see if we get something else. Jack just called me over all excited. Now I see why. Look at that. That is probably one of the most beautiful iron points I have ever seen in my entire life. Sorry I'm a little out of breath. I sprinted over here from way down at the bottom of the hill. That's an incredible find, man. Congratulations. Let's see if we get something else. So this one is not exactly period for the site, but it is pretty old. It is a flathead screwdriver, and it's got an advertisement on it for Buick. It's got something on it. If I can reveal the text, I will put it underneath, but it is pretty tough to see through the rust. But it's still a pretty cool find. It's definitely got some age to it, so let's see if we get something else. So this was down about as deep as my pinpointer, and way down there, there is a coin if I can grab it. It appears to be Lincoln on the front, so probably a wheat penny. It's a very green one too. What does that say? I believe it says 1919, so over 100 years old. And here's the 1 cent on the back, but that's an awesome find. I'll take it. Let's see if we get something else. So this gave an Indian head penny type of number, like 8485, and this is odd. Looks like it's got a ton of fancy, and it appears to be gold plated, whatever this is. In fact, looking at that setting, I think this is a really mangled up ring. So I'm going to work this off camera, try and get it unbent and cleaned up a bit, and I'll loop you back in. So this is the best I'm going to get it in the field. This is a super, super big, heavy ring, and it appears to be made of brass based on the way the plating's wearing away, but it's got an Art Deco style to it. So this is probably pushing on 100 years old, but it's a super cool find. So let's see if we get something else. So I am back in the scraped area, got a green coin, not even all that deep, and I think it is a wheat penny. Yeah, that is 1 cent. Got a brown patina to it. Let's see what we have for a date. I believe I see 1952 maybe. Having a hard time with it, but I think it's a 40s or a 50s, so if it is an older date, I'll loop you back in. If not, let's see if we get something else. So this target hit like a copper penny, and I just pulled up what appears to be some sort of chevron, and I feel pins on the back, so some sort of uniform pin. Not sure if it's police department or maybe military or something along those lines. It looks pretty old though. That is a cool find. Let's see if we get something else. Looks like we've got us another piece of old stuff. I know exactly what that is. I've dug several of these before. This is an Omaha rail car token. And these were popular from like the 20s into the 50s. Wow, that is in fantastic condition. But yeah, this side it'll be Omaha and Council Bluffs Street Railway Company. And if I flip it over, this larger one is for the Child's Fair for 5 to 12 years. But that is a super cool piece of local history. So let's see if we get something else. Well, here's another green penny. I can already see 1 cent. So it is going to be a wheat penny. And wow, that is a pretty clean wipe. It's got an older looking patina to it, so maybe we'll have an older date to go along with it. Looks like a 1940, so not all that old, but still a cool find. Let's see if we get something else. Well, I just eyeballed this on the ground. This is a button. It's got an older look to it. It feels like an earlier Bakelite, so it's a pretty cool find. So let's see if we get something else. So this was way down deep, really iffy signal, and that's a really green coin. What is that? I think that's an Indian head penny. Yep, that is definitely an Indian head penny. Really nice shape on this one too. Let's see what we have for a date on it. I think it's 1900s. No, it is 1890 something. 1890 or 1899 maybe. I'm going to clean this up and I'll loop you back in. So here's that Indian all cleaned up. Let's get that into the light. 1890 is going to be the date on it. Here's the back of it. It looks like it was sitting up against something else, like another coin maybe. So I rescanned and got a really faint low 80. So I'm going to dig that up and hopefully we'll have another penny. So I just popped up yet another penny. Looks a little bit green. Oh, it's a wheat penny, so that is actually a really interesting patina. This is just completely trashed. Let's see if maybe there's some detail on the front to give us a date. Looks like a 1950 something. 53 maybe. It's still a cool find. Let's see if we get something else. So this was actually in an old dig hole, probably from Ted. Look at that. That is a penny, and I see 1 cent. So that is a wheat penny. Ooh, this is trashed. I think that says 1950. Yeah, 1950. So a newer one, but still a cool find. Let's see if we get something else. Well, they're starting to come in hot. That is another green penny. This one hit a little bit lower, so I'm hoping for maybe an Indian. Nope, it is another wheat penny, but still an old coin. Let's see what this one has for a date. Probably not much underneath all this crust. I am not seeing much. I'm going to clean this up off camera, and if it's an older date, I'll loop you back in. So this is just how it popped. That was an 82 on the Deus 2. That is what appears to be a set of keys, and looking at the keys, that's a pretty old set of keys right there. Wow. Let's see what we have for this first one here. Not sure what's on that side. On this side it looks like maybe a number or something like that. These two I already recognize them. These are master lock keys, and they'll have a lion design on the front there. And these date to the 1940s. And then here's the back of it. And then this one's also got a number on it. This one's the same one. There's that one. You got the lion on the front, or that's the back, it looks like. And then on the front should be the lion. And then the last one appears to be another one of those lion master keys. Or no, that is not the last one. There we go. It's an Ilko, it looks like. And this is probably to a padlock or something as well. And then there's the other side of it. But that is a fantastic find. I will take a set of keys, so let's see if we get something else. So this one was right next to a piece of trash. It hit 86, and that's a super green coin. And that is an Indian head penny with a date of 1892. And I think somebody drilled a hole into it. There's the back of it with the 1 cent. Yeah, somebody definitely tried to drill a hole through it, and that looks like a square nail hole. I'm going to clean this up a little bit off camera, and I'll loop you back in. So here it is, all cleaned up. 1892 is the date. There's the 1 cent on the back, and this was most definitely an 1800s fidget toy, because that is a square nail hole in the back. Somebody tried to drill it, but that is a super cool find. Let's see if we get something else. Hey everybody, Bug Eater back with another wrap up from my hunt around Omaha parks. So I want to start off by saying congrats to Jack on that beautiful iron point. Here's my take from the hunt. I got onto a plastic button, a couple of musket balls. This flathead screwdriver is really cool. It comes from a Buick dealership in Beresford, South Dakota, and dates to the 1920s. I got a couple pieces of jewelry, including a chevron pin, as well as an Art Deco ring that is gold filled. There's some fancy on it. I also got onto a key ring with 4 keys on it. And this dates to the 1940s, based on this master key, which was produced around then. And then here's a couple of the other ones. And then onto the coins, I got a bunch of wheat pennies, including a 56, a 53, a 48, a 45, a 40, and the oldest is a 1919. I got onto 1 token from the Omaha and Council Bluffs Street Railway Company, and this is a Child's Fair token, and here's the back of it. And then I also got onto a pair of Indian head pennies. The dates are 1892 and 1890. The 1892 was holed with a square nail. You can see the hole there. And then here's the back of the 1890. But that was my hunt, guys. Thanks again for coming along. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe. And this is Bug Eater, signing out.